I was live on the air when the governor's first tweet went out basically announcing that this had happened.
I was over the Capitol and I remember coming back and smelling something in the air, but not really thinking anything of it.
Well, in Charleston, I got a sense of uneasiness.
I remember coming back to the station, and a few hours later we found out West Virginia American Water, and the governor's office issued the do not use notice.
And at first, we didn't really know what that meant. And so I immediately sent a note to our assignment editor and said, check into this, let's see what this is. And finished anchoring the rest of that segment of the newscast. During the commercial break, came out, checked in, we'd gotten a little more information. We'd confirmed that yes, this came from the governor's office and it is a do not use order. And it quickly became clear this was not a boil water advisory. This was something much more serious.
It was clear almost immediately that no one was prepared for something like that to happen. Of course, we found out later, as time went on, in the coming days and weeks, what regulations did or didn't exist, what types of enforcement of the existing regulations were even being enforced. So I think that it became pretty clear pretty quickly that no one in Kanawha County or virtually anywhere in West Virginia was ready for something like that to happen.
We learned through this process that there really hadn't been an oversight process for above ground storage facilities in West Virginia.
Anyone who knows anything about steel industrial tanks could drive down I-79, look and see 100-year-old pop riveted carbon steel tanks and think that maybe they weren't the best thing to be running.
The tank bill, which turned into a law, is a step in the right direction to ensuring that there is proper oversight and continued maintenance of those facilities that hopefully will keep something like this from happening again.
But what we saw from that chemical spill is that when we don't have water, it creates a serious situation, and not one that's just, environmentalists care about it.
I think that as a direct result of the chemical spill into the water system in Charleston, that there was a trust broken that may never be repaired.
Even once the water was turned on, people didn't believe the water was safe. There are some who live in parts of those 9 counties in southern West Virginia who still don't believe their water is safe. They won't drink it, they won't bathe in it, they won't cook with it. They've gone to drilling their own wells or collecting rainwater or buying bottled water.
It's like a dish. If you take a dish and you throw that on the ground and it shatters, even if you reassemble the pieces well, it's still just not going to be the same. And that is how I believe the public views the water system in Charleston at this point. I think that there are those who accepted the event for what it is. It's just a thing that we have to live with in Charleston, and there are also those who are so slighted by it that they have altered their lifestyle severely to compensate for it, even up to the point of migrating away from the area.
Now that we're almost 2 years from the initial event, Charleston and the surrounding areas, it's not at the forefront of everyone's mind anymore, but I do think that it's in the back of everyone's mind every day. And I think it's going to be in the back of everyone's mind for a long time.
What the chemical spill taught us is that water is extremely valuable, and we just often take it for granted.
West Virginia is really blessed with an abundant water supply. And unfortunately, we are not blessed at this time with the infrastructure to carry that water supply to the places that it needs to go.